Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Hey guys, Matt Lighty here, back with another banger. I had a thought that I just wanted to convey in a video format because it just kind of, when I was doing something, I was thinking, I don't think people do this, or I don't think people utilize this fully, and it's kind of a shame, especially in SSF, because it's really valuable. And that is using bestiary to supplement map crafting, especially when you're doing things like edifice stuff. So let's take a map here. So say you're doing edifice being the abyss strategy for getting large amounts of currency. Not that there's things that don't do as good of a job, but for the most part, it's kind of the most prominent strategy currently, I would say. And it's a combination of a couple things. The baseline function of it is utilizing the abyssal hordes that spawn from the edifice scarab plus your atlas passive tree, and then you do a bunch of abyss and you get a bunch of these currency chests where you roll your 16.5s to be high currency, yada yada yada. You get a bunch of currency. You're averaging like 3-4 divine per map, a couple Valdos, sometimes a reliquary key, a lot of good stuff. Tons of, my favorite thing is the scouting reports. You get tons of scouting reports. But I'm not going to talk about that strategy too much. More about the map crafting portion of it. So, in general, you'd love to use Maven Chisels of Avarice, but if you're in SSF, you just will run out, and if you're in trade, it might be a little too rich for your blood. But exalting maps isn't too rich for your blood typically. It's almost always recommended when crafting these maps, because you want to get high currency value. So you have whatever your regex is set up. That depends on your build. I'm playing Frost, so I could pretty much run Risk flawlessly, but there's a couple things I prefer not to do. I can do them. And then you roll your maps with your setup, whatever your regex is, to try to hit a currency value of at least, normally you would definitely want to be above 100, but like 150, 200. So this one is 126, but I don't like doing Awakener Desolation, so I typically just roll over it. I'd rather just spend an extra couple chaos than do something I want to do. But some of the ones that give a lot of currency are the more annoying mods, things like volatile cores, etc. This one has Meteor with Flask, really sucks for this build, so I typically roll over that one. You get the gist of it. So whatever, you get your map crafted, and you're going to come to a point, perfect, like this, where it has 1, 2, 3, 4 mods, right? 3 prefix, 1 suffix. However, I'm out of exalted. So what do I do to actually do this thing? Well, for people who don't know, because I feel like most people don't, bestiary has actually a lot of options for map crafting. One of them being to add a mod to a rare map. It lets you exalt a map, and it's cheap, cheap, cheap. The fun part is bestiary typically you're bootstrapped and gatekept by the amount of yellow beast you have, which is ironic because it's supposed to be the common thing, but it's typically the thing that you're fucked on the most. However, this one uses two crap fucking rare ones, the Jack-in-the-Box crab and the little snake. So I use this to exalt maps. Now it might seem obvious. It doesn't actually corrupt the map in doing it, but I use this just to exalt maps. And it's I feel like oftentimes people have a lot of these. So this one rolled, I think it rolled power charge as the extra thing, but you always want to double check between doing this because I still got 2 mods left. Yep, we're good. So we could do one more time. So I get to exalt it again. And then we're going to do something different afterwards. So add a rare map. Now this could obviously brick your map, and it's worth annulling SSF definitely to try to save the map if it got corked somehow. And this one hit literally no clue. What did it hit? Impale. Oh, maim. It hit maim on attack. All right, so we dodged every meme. Now, so past that, you have another option. You've got a couple options. So you could double corrupting a map, which I don't typically do because I want to risk ruining it, but an easy option here, and again, it uses a common, a Krasic vassal, which if you want to, you could check what things are used for if you're doing uncaptured beasts for recipes. See, oh, I'm fucking clicking things. See, I see, whoops, I see, Krasic vassal. So it's the one that is used to corrupt to 30 quality, is the same one for the double corrupt one. So its only existence is basically doing these two things. But you could do it to add 30 quality, increase the base quality if you want, to make it just a little bit more juicy if you're not doing Maven Chisel, because obviously you can't do this if you're using Maven Chisels, but if you're not, it just makes it that much more. Now, this does corrupt it, which is funny because it does say corrupt a map here, but some people don't realize that, and they'll do that first and then try to exalt, so don't do that first. This comes second. But yeah, so that's so you can use those sort of things to actually craft your maps when you don't typically have currency. And now, again, there is an option, like we saw, to corrupt twice. So I'm going to make another map, and then we'll do that just to show you what that looks like. All right, perfect. So I have got my map. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 modifiers. So now we're going to do the 2 exalts on here. Okay, I think we hit the action speed modifier, the stun one. Whatever we hit, it doesn't matter. I think we hit less AoE, which is fine. All right, so this one's done. We're happy with it, right? Now, if this is, again, I wouldn't recommend this, but if I were to corrupt it twice, you can see the outcome of my decisions here in a second, just to show you what this one does. Okay, so it becomes a totally different map. However, it can retain different implicits. So when corrupting it twice, there's different outcomes, right? Just like when you're normally valuing something. One of those outcomes or options is to add implicits. Because it has a base implicit of being an originator, from my experience, it's never replaced that one, but just added to it. So in this case, it added the map crafting option is free, right? It also shows the option to re-roll the map, but not 8 mods. This one, it's a shit 4 mod map that's basically just gonna get left on the ground. But it could have rolled 8 mod, and then again, you're at the whim of your regex whether or not it could actually work or not. In this case, it's a trash map, so it'll literally be used to map rush. But yeah, so that option exists. I just don't recommend it. But these options for bestiary, I just want to remind you that they exist, because some people just don't know that you could do this. And when you're maybe down in the dumps on exalteds, or just haven't gotten many exalteds for crafting maps, this mod alone, I mean, this is what, like 20 exalts worth of map crafting right there that people don't realize. And then these, to add 30 quality is you know, it's base quality, so again, it's not as good as Maven Chisels, but quality is something. So yeah, just something to consider. That's it. That's the entire video. Don't neglect bestiary when it comes to map crafting and stuff, because it does stuff that helps you craft lovely edifice maps, etc. All right, that's it. Lighty out. Bye bye.